guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Frieren. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 6 of season 2 of Frieren. Oh man, I thought this was supposed to come out last week and it did not, and it fooled me. So I have been very, very hungry for another episode, and I'm very excited to get into this one because the last one I thought was actually so much fun. I like how they are structuring it to where there's like your front story and then your back story. Because, you know, learning about Fass and the liquor in the beer region and kind of what this region is known for, the wheat, the bread in the second half, like it's all related. And I really like that, you know, every time we get like a little flashback, it always has some heart and some emotion in it. But, you know, Heiter and his alcohol, and how Frieren knew that Milliarda had left this stone tablet with like this inscription about Bozaft and how wonderful it is, even though it's absolute garbage and it's one of the cheapest wines and it tastes horrible. She tried to save Heiter from his disappointment, and when she asks him, like, what would you do if it tasted horrible? He's like, well, I would smile and I would enjoy it with friends, you know, he's kind of like, it's not really that big of a deal. And Fass was exactly the same way, where Frieren didn't want to do this because she knew that he would be disappointed. She knew that the 200 years that he spent trying to get the Bozaft, for her, might have felt like wasted, and it wasn't. And he was more than happy to get drunk on horrible liquor with his friends, with the town. And I love that because every time Frieren thinks she knows something, someone has a human moment, this sort of proves her wrong. And I think that's great because that's a learning opportunity for her. And, you know, even with the Norm Company, you know, her being imprisoned and taken away and like her 300-year sentence, I was like, what? And like it's so funny because when you really rewatch it, like they have like the battle music playing when they're taking her away and she's just being dragged away. She's not doing anything. I feel like at any moment she could have been like, unhand me, but she didn't. She kind of just let it play out and helping the town. It was actually helping the company with the silver and helping them fix everything that the demons had destroyed and, you know, help them get soft bread. Like, and it's so funny because Stark's like, I have no idea what that means, when she's just like, oh, well, your bread will be soft. And he's like, what? I don't get it. But, you know, I loved that she kind of knew that she needed to see it through a little bit. She wasn't worried about where it was going to go. And she's just like, why would somebody imprison me in this mine? And, you know, when Norm comes to talk to her, she's just like, yeah, okay. She's like, I always plan on paying your grandfather back. And this was a great way to do that, help them find some silver. In the most beautiful display of animation. The music and the animation were just absolutely stunning. Like, they were really showing off. Because it didn't need to be that big of a deal to find silver. And they made it a big deal to find silver. And it is a big deal for the Norm Company and for the region. So I'm excited to get into this because, one, the story structure has been so much fun, and now that we're in the northern plateau, you know, I don't know what to expect, but I do know, because we were talking about demons and destruction, we got more demons ahead of us for sure. Some creatures that like we've never run into before, which Stark has had a fun time killing those guys and chopping them down, and, you know, whatever else comes our way. But also we're going to get flashbacks with Himmel. Which is like my bread and butter. Like, I love it so much every time we get a Himmel flashback. And it's so hard to like, and I'm happy that this is happening at the same time as I'm finishing Attack on Titan, because there's so much heaviness and it's the same voice actor as Himmel. And then coming in here and getting like a calm Himmel and, you know, like just like a thoughtful, patient, kind Himmel, another lesson that he could give us and share with us, because it's what Himmel would do. Having that back and forth between those two shows is actually really, really helpful to absorb the aggressive feelings that you get when you watch Attack on Titan. The bitter, angry, elated terrified. There's so many feelings that happen during Attack on Titan that do not happen here. Yay! I get excited, I get shocked, I have fun. It's always just sort of like, what is happening? And then something just magical occurs. And I'm just like, oh, the dopamine is dopamining. Oh man, it feels good. I can just feel it like cascade down, and it's just fantastic. So guys, I'm so excited to get into this episode, so let's go. Oh man, what happened? Where is this? Oh, buddy. Oh, I just thought happy feelings, and this is what we start in on, huh? Demon. Terrified, scared, unhappy. Everything I just said about Attack on Titan, I'm feeling right now. The little boy is crying.
Press forward! Protect the villagers!
Okay, cool. Oh. I think I've been very spoiled of seeing Frieren and Fern and Stark take on demons that I'm not really accustomed to seeing humans do it and lose. Oh god, who's that? I was like, was that the demon that killed the hero of the South? Demon slaying request. Oh my god, I'm so happy that I have captions 30 years after the death of Himmel the hero. I feel so handicapped by not having them. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Show mercy.
No. It's a demon. Don't do that.
Silence.
Gotta get rid of it.
Your trite words move me not. I've heard them more times than I can count.
Yeah, don't fall for it. See? I don't know who you are, Jano, but oh. Or do I know? Do we know him?
Well, demon, where is this supposed child of yours?
I know.
At least try peppering some fact into your fiction, would you?
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Ever. I don't know, sometimes these,
The demon-slaying request
mages
came
look
directly.
familiar to me.
I wasn't certain what I would find, but it seems my hometown was the target of the demonic rampage. I bear no sentimental attachment to this place, but it does sadden me to see it like this.
Oh, was he the one that was running the first class mage exam? I don't know if I remember his name per se, but I think that's who that is. As soon as he said Mistress Zaria, I was like, oh yeah.
You?
Hey.
Yes.
So he knows him.
They destroyed the village. I'm well aware. It's been dealt with. I took care of the assailants myself. What about
The village is destroyed.
This particular mage has been blessed with the ability to use the goddess's magic. Unusual, isn't it? She'll be able to heal your wounds with great ease.
I hope.
Have you finally learned how to bake a decent loaf of bread? The only bread that has crossed my plate recently has been cold and hard. Something warm and fresh from the oven would be a welcome change.
He's gonna slide off.
It needn't be either of those things. I'd take a heel from your unsold leftovers, or a crumb from an old failure.
Hmm.
I'm not too picky.
Oh, look at all of this. Is this the... I always want to say her name's Method or Methode.
Mr. Ganao,
Yep.
bring the injured over here.
Injured? You needn't spare my feelings, Metoda.
Metoda.
Tact is wasted on him. He's dead.
Oh,
He was well past the point of saving by the time I pried him from the rubble.
sad.
His stomach wound was already rotting when I found him. Someone so far gone can't be saved. Yet even at death's door, he clung to me with all the strength he had.
Yeah. You said nice things to him before he died.
He was the son of the village baker. We played together as children in these very streets.
Oh.
When his father passed, he took over the shop and began baking in his stead. No matter how much he tried, his bread was never very good.
Oh.
And now I will never taste it again.
For somebody who wasn't sentimental, feels kind of sentimental.
Why does it have to be them lying here, instead of the two of us? We launch ourselves into peril of our own free will. The people of this village were given no such choice.
No, they weren't. Oh, little guy.
If anyone has to die, it should be the first-class mages like us who choose a life of conflict and chaos.
Mr. Ganau,
You're here to save people.
by the time the request from the chivalric order of Norm stationed here reached the northern branch, this village had already been destroyed. Responsible for what happened.
At all.
I'll take another look around the village.
Yeah, he says he's not sentimental, but he
At this
definitely
point, rest
is.
might be more prudent than reconnaissance.
How so?
Must you ask?
One of my surveilling eyes was blinded. I'm sensing a lone warrior and one mage trying to stay hidden. Or is it two?
It's two.
They must be skilled to have dodge detection. Do you think they're enemies?
Doubt it. Is it Frieren? Fern?
I don't. Looks to me like they're...
Yo!
Frieren, what a surprise.
Yeah, why did they break through like that?
And who's this? Matoda, of course. And the proctor from the first-class mage exam. I believe it was
okay.
Ganau, yes?
Thank you. I'm glad that it wasn't just me going like, we were reintroduced.
I'd assumed you a demon.
Was there? I apologize for the confusion. No harm meant.
I felt it too. You had me worried to death for a moment there.
Oh my.
They're on our side. Tell Stark to stand down.
All right.
They were ready to go.
I suppose, Miss Fern, you also received a demon-slaying request?
We were just conveniently located. Tell me, what happened?
Demons. That's all you have to say.
Are you praying for them?
Sure
Mind?
is.
No, I don't think so.
My village was destroyed by demons too.
Yeah, that's right.
I see.
Hey, the whole thing with demons is that they eat people.
Yeah, they didn't eat them.
It was the same at my village.
Who can say? I surely can't.
Was it just for fun?
The logic eludes me.
Same.
That makes sense. The two of you would be force enough for a few stray demons.
Seems we were a step behind this time, and all our hurrying was ultimately for naught.
No, I think something else is happening here.
These men were with the chivalric order of Norm.
They're the trading company's military force.
For as few as there were, they were a greater caliber of guard than the village deserved.
Whoa. Jeez.
Captain, he was an exceptional soldier who defended the village for years.
How surprising. The strength he bore put Starks to outright shame.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's not exactly a high bar to clear.
Stop it.
Consistent with their wounds, they died to a blade. Death was instantaneous.
That's good.
There's no doubt the true architect of this massacre is still at large.
Yeah, there's something bigger going on.
It would appear your journey here wasn't a waste after all.
If anything, they needed reinforcements.
This demon. Let's find it and show it how terrifying humanity can be.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's do that. Haha.
Across once. Twice. Hold. Perhaps a jab?
I'm no sword fighter, but those moves are unrealistic.
Are they?
They align with the knight's wounds.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Unless it fought with two swords.
Oh. Good thing Stark was here.
Ganau shared with me a few nearby locations where demons are known to establish bases. We should focus our search there.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty nasty demon. Well, the one with the red eyes is definitely in charge, leading.
Your skills are sharper after a healthy meal.
Same, actually. Oh,
You're feeding us more clunk bread?
clunk bread.
Logistics network can't be rebuilt overnight, complainer.
I'm telling you, running under some water.
I can drop by now to deliver his share of bread.
Wait, while you're here, we could use your analysis of the enemy. Fill us in. Are there any new discoveries?
I'm not prepared to make a definitive statement about the demon's physical composition at this point. But I do have a leading theory.
Ooh, let's hear it.
We should develop our strategy immediately.
Fern's just clunking away.
On second thought, the war room shall open after dinner.
What? Why were they so excited?
What now? Are they ready to move?
No, sir. I just brought you your dinner.
Gosh, the crunching is awful.
In the chaos, the demons destroyed the church's barrier. I was simply replacing it with a stronger one. The villagers' corpses are inside, after all.
That's very kind. He does care still.
If you need a hand, I'll help bury them. I'm good at manual labor stuff.
Of course. You're not from the Northern Plateau, so I shouldn't expect you to understand.
What? How do you treat your dead?
You generally don't have graveyards like you do in the South. The southern border is dotted with a series of common graveyards. The average man is buried there where there are fewer demons.
Oh.
The Chivalric Order of Norms sends an escort.
Can you burn them?
If they don't practice great caution, the smell of decay will attract bloodthirsty demons by the score.
Great.
Not even the bones are left behind. The Norm Company has campaigned for the people of the plateau to cremate their dead.
That's what I was wondering.
Thinking you would expect from merchants. And I agree with it.
Same.
But the clergy have voiced their opposition to the practice. I also understand how they feel, from deep in my soul. To suggest burning people who have already suffered gruesome deaths, it's simply inhumane.
They're not alive.
Alas, we'll eventually have to accept it. If we can't face facts, no one will be able to rest in their homeland.
Well, also, I'm sure that they don't want their bodies eaten by demons after they're gone anyway. Yeah, y'all.
If you could only hear us and not see us, you would think we were kicking rocks.
I had a strong feeling we would meet again, but a village destroyed by demons wasn't the backdrop I imagined.
I'm happy to be here, though.
We set up camp on the other side of the mountain. I was anticipating a perfectly average stay. This request was quite the shock.
Oh. Frieren, always sleeping. Wait, did it come by courier squirrel?
It looks like he has a letter.
It is a courier squirrel.
I find it hard to believe two other first-class mages just happened to be milling around near the scene of the crime.
True.
I didn't realize first-class mages had those kind of obligations. I'm glad I didn't become one.
I don't...
Probably what it required.
Is that so?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good for you.
Class mages to become Mistress Seria's apprentices at one point or another.
Now that you say it, I think I've heard it mentioned before.
Be proud to know I turned her down.
You're a good girl, Fern. Why the
Cute.
two of you gave in to Zedia's unreasonable demands. She must be running you ragged.
I promise it isn't so bad. If anything, I wish I could be of greater use to her.
Oh, jeez.
My darling mistress is a devastatingly adorable creature.
Is she really?
Oh.
You're just as precious as she is.
Why, thank you.
Matilda kind of has like little crushes
Good
on
Mr.
elves.
Ganal, on the other hand, he's a great example of how not to behave.
Metoda, do not end up like me.
What does that mean?
Well, now that our bread is out of...
I want more.
So, how is the analysis of the enemy coming along? Have you learned anything?
Yeah,
2 swords.
and there's one thing that we know for sure.
Didn't you say the enemy fought with 2 swords?
Yeah, is there a demon known to fight with 2 swords?
But upon further investigation, it seems we were wrong.
Oh.
The first blade is a long sword to inflict fatal blows, and the second blade is typically a lighter, short sword that's easier to move. Therefore, we should be seeing wounds inflicted from 2 distinct weapons.
Oh.
Isn't it possible that the demon we're looking for is strong enough to wield 2 longswords?
Possibly.
To successfully reproduce the damage, our movements were incredibly unrealistic. I will warn you that what comes next is pure speculation.
What if they have multiple arms and multiple swords?
I'm sorry, excuse me.
That was me.
What are you gonna do? Oh.
The
I shouldn't
enemy.
talk Stark.
It wields 4 blades.
Ha! Ha ha!
Interesting.
I'm like multiple arms. Ha ha!
Cuts on the knight's bodies and the surrounding buildings. It was the best conclusion we could come up with.
General Grievous is here. Oh my god.
4 blades, you say?
Uh-huh. Oh my, scary. Oh, crunchy. That's it? That's the end? These episodes are like 2 minutes long. It wasn't enough. I feel like Frieren throwing a fit. Just, oh, come on, one more. All right, let's talk about it. Per the usual, not fed enough. Especially when I've been able to watch like multiple episodes one after another, and now I have to wait a week? Ridiculous. How dare they? But you know what? It's good stuff. So I'll wait. I thought Genau was familiar looking, but I was just like, is this a flashback with like the hero of the South? And this is like because of the demon with like the 3 eyes. I was like, was that the demon that defeated the hero? Or I don't even want to say defeated. We don't know if he was defeated. We don't even know if he's dead. Quite frankly. But I was just like, is that the same demon? And I was like, is this a flashback? Is this? And then I was like, no, he'd still have his mustache. And then I was like, oh wait, it is the guy from the first class mage exam. Whew. I was like very much like, I feel like I've seen their names in the captions, but I have not been given a pronunciation for them. And Matoda is not where I would have gone. I would have thought, let's see, Mathada. Maybe I would have gotten a Matoda, but I don't know. Toad isn't really something I would have gotten out of that name. Anyway, yeah, I like her a lot. She seems to have like a crush on elves or like a sweet spot, like how like I have like a crush on dwarves. It's not that I'm like in love with them, but I just find them absolutely adorable and I just want to give them a big old squeeze, you know. It's just even like the whole like how she was like so happy to see Fern and smiling. I was like, is it because she's hungry? Does she want bread? Or is it because she's like, oh, Fern's just cute as a button? I don't know. She's very motherly. Like, I think Zine would really, like, dig her. I don't know if she would dig Zine. But, okay. So, a demon slaying request. Delivered via courier squirrel. I mean, not the most practical, but whatever. The fact that this was Ganau's village and he was like, I'm not going to be sentimental, and I'm like, I think you are. I think he was actually having a very hard time, as hard as it could be for him. I think he's like learned to like really shut himself off from certain things, but like, you know, to even carry the guy over to the church, and it was just like, oh, everyone's fine, everyone's okay, like they're waiting for you, like, oh, you know, like, can't wait for your bread. Like, he's trying to help him pass in peace because the guy, like, was definitely, like, on his last leg. And, you know, it was a very kind thing to extend to him. When he's talking about the dead to Stark, and Stark is like, well, you know, if you need help to bury them. And I was just like, oh, he's got to burn them. And, like, I didn't realize the smell of dead bodies was something that demons were attracted to. That is disgusting. Yeah, so, like, cremate. And I'm pretty sure the people of the village wouldn't want their bodies feasted on by demons either, and that they would also equally want their bodies cremated. I don't think it's inhumane to cremate a body. I think it's practical, but I also think it is ceremonial. Like, you could build a pyre and, you know, burn all the bodies. It indeed is. I mean, the idea of being in a box and buried for eternity sounds awful. Free me into the sky, as though you're awake when you're dead. Okay. The fact that like the spell that Genau like was producing was so dark that Frieren thought that he was a demon. Damn, son. You got some feelings going on. I mean, as he should. It's the village. Even though he's trying to tell himself that he doesn't care, he definitely does. And it's very hard for him to comprehend this. Now, when Stark had mentioned the thing about the 2 swords, and then Matoda was like, it can't be because the mechanics of it, I was like, well, what if they have multiple arms? And, like, you know, I'm thinking General Grievous with his lightsabers and everything, but, you know, and seeing the demon, scary as hell, man. Scary as hell. I can't wait for the next episode. I have to. I don't have a choice. I'm watching these as they come out. Look at me. I mean, I love being back with this show, and I love watching it, but I do wish I had the entire season to binge. That way I didn't have to wait. But, you know, I'm now feeling your pain. The pain that you felt when these originally came out. And I'm right here with you. Go team. But, guys, if you want to watch Flank's reaction to this episode, oh my god, I just realized Himmel wasn't in this episode. How How dare they? That's what I was craving. I was like, oh, anything to get me out of the despair that is Attack on Titan. And then I didn't even get that. I got despair. What a cruel joke. Anyway, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. In the meantime, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What do you think about this episode? There was no Himmel. I was not gifted any Himmel. I have been gifted hard bread, yet no Himmel. But, you know, it is actually nice to be with Matoda again. And getting into Ganao, I think, is good, because it felt like a lot of those characters were very one-dimensional in the last season, because they weren't the main focus, and they shouldn't have been multidimensional. But I'm happy that we're getting this side of him now. I don't know what to expect in the next episode, but I imagine the next episode leading into, I'm gonna guess, the next couple episodes is going to be fighting these demons. Oh, it's going to be so good. I love when we fight demons. The demon being like, I have a son, and Ganao being like, sure, zap. Oh, where's your son? There's no one here. Like, at least be somewhat honest when you're lying. Yeah, don't trust demons. If there's one thing that I have learned from Frieren, that, you know, like, my own moral code on killing does not apply to demons. They gotta go. They gotta go. And I can't wait for the next episode where they gotta go. So come back here for that, guys. And in the meantime, I'll see ya.